and great to see you once again on your #1 technology show in Ghana. I'm in Tech Talk right here on TV3. My name is Sandra Esenamapenu, and today I have slightly something different for you on the show. You just have to stay tuned because the show is proudly brought to you by Selfline, and applications, just simply known as apps, have become, a basic unit of the global village. It determines how we do businesses now, how we tell the stories, and also how to interact with people. And it appears that Ghana is building its own technological story and future as well. And I'm surrounded by a group of young people who are actually taking Ghana to the next level as far as technology is concerned. They are actually building an app. Call it the Ghanaian Facebook, and you'll not be far from right. We'll be talking to them more about this to find out what the platform or the application is actually about. And for my far left, I have Ami Shaddai, and I also have Gideon. Sitting right by me is David, and then to him is Bright. So stay tuned for the show. When we come back after this break, we'll be rolling. Welcome back, and you're watching Tech Talk on TV3. As I introduced earlier on, with some guys, young guys actually, if I can call them that way, we'll be doing some talking, we'll be getting to know more about the application. I sort of see it as the Ghanaian version of Facebook. Maybe they will not like it, so there will be 3 more lights about it. Let me start with you, David. I introduce you as very young people. Are you young just by look or at age as well you are young?
So we are young by our age and our looks, but then we are not young here.
Very brilliant out there.
Yeah,
and so,
brilliant.
if I may ask, if you don't mind, what is your educational background? Do you have any background in technology, IT?
Okay, so I studied computer science at the University of Cape Coast.
Okay.
And then I came to Meltwater. I did software engineering for 2 years, and I also have an MBA in international business.
So let's talk about your company. What is this company about? First of all, what is the name of this company, and what do you do?
Okay, the company is called Flippy Campus.
Okay.
And what we do is simple. We are helping students to get access to information.
Okay.
And this information actually varies. It ranges from information that they'll find on their notice board to events happening on their campuses. So we always like to define Flippy as an app where students can find information ranging from the class that got cancelled to the upcoming party over the weekend. We are helping these students to get access to information which is on their notice board. I think it would be good if I shared the Flippy story with you, why we decided to build Flippy.
I'll be more interested to hear.
Okay, interesting. So while I was at the University of Cape Coast, I was supposed to write a maths examination, and then I missed it because the time was changed. I see. So we thought that what if there's an app that can notify about this information on notice board? Okay. The information is on notice board anyway, but then how do I know that they've posted something there? Okay. So we built this application so that students can get access to all of this information which resides on the various notice boards. So that's how we started, and later on we made it more interactive and social, so that you can find people who are also on your campus, you can make new friends, you can know of the parties happening and all of that. Basically,
you just want to inform students what is happening in their various campuses, but then you also move to building friendship. Where can I be to be able to have access to this platform? It's Flippy, right?
Yes. The application is Flippy Campus. You can be on any part of the world and access Flippy Campus.
Really?
Yeah, any part of the world and use Flippy Campus. But then we are focusing mainly on tertiary students. So currently we are the University of Cape Coast, University of Ghana, and KNUST. These are the 3 schools that we are currently supporting, but we have plans to roll out to other universities.
Okay, so when I get onto your platform, do I need to download an application? And when I get the application, what do I do? How does it work? And do you agree that it sort of look like what Facebook already has in place?
Yeah, so it's a mobile app. Currently, we have an Android app. So you go to the Google Play Store, you search for Flippy Campus, and you register. As part of the registration process, you have to choose the university that you belong to. You select your department, you select the halls, and there are a list of social groups as well. So you choose these groups, and based on what you have chosen, we will send you information that is from these groups. That's actually how it works. You subscribe to the group that you want information from, and we give you information. And aside that, You can also see people who are in the same department as you, people who are in the same hall as you.
Okay.
You can follow these people, you can make new friends, and then you can post something that they are going to see. So that aspect looks more like Facebook.
That is the only thing, but what differentiates exactly? What's the difference between what you...
I think what we are building is a student community, a community of students that are sharing information. I can go to Facebook and see something that my mom has posted, my pastor has posted. I want to go to Flippy and I know what is. I want to pick my phone and I know what's happening at KNUST. I know from the quiz that they are writing to the trending discussion topics that are taking place. So it's a community of students that are just sharing information.
Yeah, but you agree with me that on other platforms like WhatsApp or even Facebook, we have groups created on this various platforms that, you know, have share interests and then they share their views on things that matter to them, including maybe updates of information and all that. So how, again, different is this one from groups that we already have on other social media platforms?
Okay, so with Flippy groups, this is how it actually works. We have gone out there to sign up all the various departments. Okay. So the department executive that you have who would make a notice and put on a notice board, that guy, we signed him up and then he puts information. Okay. So those groups act as a top-down communication channel where you know that the information you are getting is from the right source. So if you tell that a class has been cancelled, it's not a prank because you know that that channel is only the executives that are putting information there. At the hall level, we have it there and all of that. As opposed to Facebook that, you know, groups sometimes everybody can post information there. I want to get a notice on Flippy and I know it's something relevant to my academic work, so I open it. As opposed to Facebook that it could be a tag, a picture that somebody has tagged me.
We have plans of, you know, making it, you know, a social media platform that everybody else can access in the near future.
Yeah, we are looking at doing something like that in the near future where somebody graduates from school and then there's an alumni section so that you can actually stay connected and all of that. So we have plans, but then for the next year, what we are looking at is actually trying to get all these universities on board before we think of how do we make sure that they stay on it past the 4 years that they are in the universities.
How many people do you have on board now?
We currently have about 15,000 students.
15,000 students?
Yes, yeah, 15,000 students.
From 5 universities?
From 3 universities. GCC, University of Ghana, KNUST.
I see. If you'd hold it right there, I'll speak to Amisha that you're the PR, you're doing sort of PR for this company.
Yes.
And so how do you get students or all the various campuses on board?
So at Flippy, what we do is our marketing strategy is basically based on storms, campus storms. Okay. So we choose a particular campus we want to storm for a particular month. Let's say for UCC. We storm UCC for the month of August. And then when we go there, what we do is we get campus ambassadors. So these campus ambassadors are students who are already on the campuses, who are willing to help spread the word of Flippy. Okay. Now, because of the way Flippy is, it naturally depends on, you know, referrals. So one student gets it and then he's willing to share it with someone. But first of all, we need people on the ground to help us spread the word. And these campus ambassadors are also responsible for helping us get people to create their content on Flippy. So like David told you, we sign up these executives to give you a top-down approach.
How is their initial reaction to you know, your platform, your applications? When you go to the campuses and tell, okay, I have such a platform, and bearing in mind that we have so many social media platforms that people can actually do the same things that you're saying you can do here, how do they respond to your platform and the message you send them?
Okay, so their initial response is always great because first of all, it's local and very relevant to their campus life. So the fact that they can get notifications whenever there's a class that's cancelled or there's something coming up on campus is better for them because they know they don't get it normally through the normal apps they use. So their initial response is always great. And then even better is when they know that they can find people on the app from other campuses to be able to relate and interact with.
But you know also, sometimes this is technology and you're dealing with executives of this group, and with any technological device or even the computer or whatever you do, is garbage in, garbage out. Have you had instances where you put an information regarding a class cancellation or an examination that has been cancelled and it happened to be in quotes, not a prank, but let me say it turned out to be a wrong information and the student had to bear the cost for that?
So far, we haven't come across any instance like that. The closest is probably students just interacting among themselves and it's getting a little heated, but that's always fine. But we haven't had anything violating yet.
haven't.
Yes, we haven't. And one interesting thing about the app is you can always report a post that you think is indecent or foul or maybe misleading.
I'm going to ask you about indecent posts because now you're moving away from giving information to students about their lecture time and all that. But again, the content that is placed on this platform, should I build a friendship with somebody, explicit pictures, nude pictures running on the platform, how do you guarantee? Because I know some students are in school and they are below 18 years, mind you.
For the information that comes directly from the executives, that's fine. That's hardly violation, any act of violation. But the ones that the students put themselves, you can always report a post. Okay, so so far they've tried to put some scandal posts and stuff, but because of our able tech team, they're always able to handle it before it even gets any like viral or out of hand. But surprisingly, students are naturally very, modest so far on the app. So we haven't had a lot of cases like that. But then you can always report a post if you think it's too violating.
All right, so Gideon, you tell me the security aspect of your operations. So you are in charge of IT, and so do you accept or do you post videos on your platform? Are videos accepted?
We don't accept videos yet. For now, it's only text and pictures.
Okay, so how do you monitor the content of those pictures that are placed on your
So like Amishadai said in his session, like we have the report feature where if you see anything that's violating, so we have various categories like maybe nudity or infringing on maybe whatever beliefs you have, you just report it and it should be taken out of things you see on Flippy.
Within a period of, how many instantly you're able to take
so that's why I said there are levels. Maybe it depends, maybe the report we can review it and see what it is. Maybe we probably might even take it off everybody's timeline so that nobody sees it at all. But maybe based on the danger level you choose, like there are levels of severity. So when you choose it, then it should be taken out of your...
I see. But talking about the issues regarding hacking, it's obviously a social media platform. Even the biggest companies in the world have been hacked. And starting with a small company like you, how secure is your system from hackers?
I'm glad you mentioned there are other social media companies who get hacked. Yeah. So when they get hacked, some of this information, like the flaws in what they do, are put online. And so we kind of learn from these things and use it to further secure our systems. So there are bigger companies who face these issues and they post information about security concerns online, and we use it to secure our platform. Now, also a further measure to ensure that the system, even if it's hacked, now information on Flippy is encrypted. So it means when I pick my phone and send information, it's automatically encrypted and stored in the database. So even if a hacker gets access to our database, he wouldn't understand what's there because the information is encrypted. However, when it is coming back to the phone for a user to consume, that's when it's decrypted on the phone. So basically, when you hack into the system, you basically don't get meaning of what is being.
But should that happen, how prompt are you in resolving the issue?
It's constantly being monitored.
Okay.
And in case somebody gets hacked into our system, we'll quickly be notified.
Have you had that experience yet?
Not yet.
You've not had it yet.
But we've had attacks which were not successful.
Wow.
And unfortunately.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah, which were not very successful.
I see. So let's say I'm not a student and I want to pose as a student on your platform. What kind of security system do I have to go through to verify that actually I'm not somebody who is just interested in some young guys and some young boys and ladies out there and we want to pose as a student and then get onto a campus platform and take advantage?
So everything on Flippy that anybody posts belongs to that person. It doesn't belong to Flippy. And private messaging, anybody. So anything you put on Flippy. So
currently you're not doing private messaging?
No. Okay. So anything you put on Flippy is public and anybody at all can see. So that would even be dangerous for you trying to post as a fraudster or whatever because everything is public and anybody can see.
I see. So I see Bright is itching to say something. Part of the look and feel of Flippy Campus. How does Flippy Campus look? How sexy or ugly is it?
So I'll say that we have some couple of feedback from Play Store telling us that we have very good design.
That's interesting.
So I think like we have about 200 and something reviews and the average rating is 4.37 and the highest on Play Store is 5. So that's something that I'm very proud of.
But do you run adverts on your platform currently?
Okay, so I Emma is mentioned, that's one of the major ways to be making money if we start to. And then so we have plans in place as to advertisements and all that, but right now we are not rolling them out. From our CEO, our focus is to get users now. So we are focused on getting more people that start running ads. But we intend to run ads as the way Facebook run their ads in your feeds, and then it's embedded in it, so it's not distracting features and everything like that.
So currently you're not running ads, you're dealing with university campuses that are putting free advertisements on your platform. How do you make money?
So right now, as you mentioned, we've got some people posting, let's say, election campaigns and stuff on Flippy.
Okay.
For us, we are not bothered about that.
It's free.
Yes, you can do that.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yes. But one limitation is that only your friends see it.
Okay.
So if you want to reach the masses, the 10,000s of users, then you have to come and see us.
So back to the look and feel of your brand, if I should put it that way. Let's again compare. I know it's not fair, but let's compare to Facebook, the Twitters, and then the Instagrams and all that. Apart from the colors, what would somebody just look at this and say, okay, Flippy has got it all? Yes, you've got a thumbs up from somebody else, but what features do you have that makes it different? Do you have a like button? Do you have dislike? What are the features that you have on the?
So now we have what we call Flip Wall.
Okay.
And that is like your timeline where what your friends write, that's where you see it. We have a notice which is exclusively for notices. We have events, and then one interesting thing about events is that on a Monday morning, 7 o'clock, Flippy wakes you up and tell you what you have, the events that happen on campus in that week.
I see.
And on a Friday evening, we tell you what will be happening in the weekend.
Okay.
And then we give you notices. We give you all the notices, even when you are not around, we queue them, and then when you come, we tell you that whilst you are away, these are the things that your friends have been saying.
Oh.
So these are some of the exciting things we are doing, and we promise that we have more exciting things for our users.
We have issues with network connectivity in this country. Campuses have had system breakdowns, networks are not working. Does that affect your operations in any way?
Seriously, one big issue is data.
Okay.
Students don't have so much data to use the app, and that people are eager to download, but they don't have data to download. That's something we are currently, like, it's a problem to us, and then we try hard to partner with some telcos that support this kind of data bundle so that Flippy can also be enjoyed freely. And then it's getting hard for us because we are now starting up. But I must admit that our CTO has optimized things to an extent that our data transfers are really very fast.
It's been a great experience, but what has been happening in the world of technology? Time now to go for tech news.
It's well appeared Dell is poised to take over storage firm EMC in what's said to be the biggest corporate tech purchase of all time. EMC provides high-level data storage systems, information security, cloud computing and analytics services, as well as virtualization tools via its VMware subsidiary. Privately owned Dell has, however, agreed to buy EMC for $67 billion. The deal completes Dell's transformation from a consumer PC business to an IT solutions provider for companies. EMC is a corporate IT business and among the largest storage hardware providers in the world. Are you a Twitter lover? Well, it gets even better. This is because you can now view Twitter through an editor's eyes. A new feature on the social media platform called Moments allows users to follow editors' events from start to finish. But how does the application work? Twitter app users will find a lightning bolt icon next to their notifications and messages beginning Tuesday, October 13. Tapping on a lightning bolt will open the doors to short stories that are told in front of tweets, photos and videos. The verticals include everything from sports and entertainment to news. According to executives, the new app will help users distribute news and entertainment directly through their apps. For news organizations, this push brings big opportunities to reach more users, but also big risk since the technology companies are gaining more control. Still on Twitter, Saudi billionaire Prince Al Walid bin Talal has given Twitter a big vote of confidence just months after suggesting CEO Jack Dorsey should step aside. Al Walid has increased its stakes in Twitter over the last 6 weeks to 5.17%, making him the second biggest shareholder after former CEO and co-founder Evan Williams. Al Walid, one of the richest men in Saudi Arabia, bought a 3% stake in the company in 2011 before it went public in 2013. The current stake of 35 million shares is worth $1 billion and includes 30 million shares owned directly by the prince and 5 billion by his Kingdom holding company. Forbes ranks Al Walid as the 34th richest person in the world. An ex-Google employee who managed to own Google.com for 1 minute before the firm realized its mistake has revealed Google paid him for the name. He doubled the amount when he said he wanted to donate it to charity. Sanmay Ved was idly scrolling through domain names when he realized that Google.com was available to purchase. He used a credit card to pay the $12 fee to grab Google.com and got emails confirming he was the owner. He started getting messages intended for Google's own web administration team. This was followed by a cancellation message sent by the website buying service, which said he could not take over Google.com because someone else had already registered it and his $12 payment was refunded. Google has, however, given him cash reward for spotting the error, which he has decided to donate to charity. And before we go, why do animals, especially cats, need an iPad? This might just be the reason. Just as with kids' toys and adults' favorite board games, diversions for pets have overwhelmingly gone digital. Yep, you heard me right.
Oh gosh.
A slew of apps and other tech toys are now being marketed to animals, especially cats and dogs. So now, your pet can make new use of an old iPhone or Android tablet thanks to a suite of animal-friendly apps available for download. With titles such as Catfishing, Jitterbug and Pull and Play, Friskies, the cat food company, has been producing digital games for cats since 2011. The company says its games have more than 2.7 million downloads, an average of about 20,000 a week on iTunes. YouTube pay host to nearly 12,000 videos of cats playing the games.
Well, time to say goodbye on today's episode of Tech Talk. We've been brought to you by Selfline, and I'm grateful to have this young, talented guys share more or throw more light about the application, which is Flippy Campus, trying to link all the campuses across the country. Currently, I've just noticed that they are on the government institution. Hopefully, they get to other universities to be able to, you know how stressful it can be sometimes when you want to call a friend and say, why are you on campus? Can I get the hand note? And all those information, petty information can actually cost students a lot. And I think this is a great platform for people to get on, to save some credit, save some money as well, because you know students, we do not have money. I've had my experience before, but it's been great having you home on the show. Being part of it always is a pleasure. And same time next week on the same channel, TV3, will come your way with yet another exciting episode of Tech Talk. As always, have a great week. My name is Sandra Esenapenu. Goodbye.